What is going on, Toronto Raptor fans? I know what's going on. Another victory, number seven in a row. Quickly's got to do a call seven. Uh, nice win. A little bit scary towards the beginning of the fourth quarter, mid to the of the fourth quarter. The Raptors have been going extremely well in the third quarter of late, scoring 44, 48, I think, even in one of those games. This game, they got outscored. They only had 22 in the third quarter here, and Brooklyn actually had 24. Yeah, it was a little nail biter at the end. They started to get some confidence going. They had some really guys that were just, I mean, we all know Michael Porter Jr. can play, but who is this other dude that was hitting for them? Martin. Yeah, Tyrese Martin. He was like Martin Scorsese out there, killing us, killing the Raptors. What did he end up with total? Like 26 points coming off the bench. He had more points than minutes, which always, is fantastic. 25 minutes, 26 points. Holy macaroni. Yeah, he was on fire. Almost ended our winning streak. But thank goodness Raptors ended up hanging on. Emmanuel quickly, I mean, he just was ice in his veins, and he had to ride the pine a little extra because he was in foul trouble. He had 5 fouls like early in the fourth quarter, and he was already sad because he had 3 fouls, early in the first half. So Jamal Shed got a lot of playing time. Jamal Shed, yeah, 24 minutes. Um, you know, but when we needed him down the stretch, when it was feeling like it could have got dicey, when it was tied even with like a couple of minutes to go and maybe 2.5, 3 minutes to go. And man, we got lucky. We got some nice, not lucky. I mean, I think Darko called a timeout, made sure that everyone was getting serious. Scotty Barnes made a beautiful steal actually to help us go up, and then they called a timeout, and out of that, quickly nailed a three, and then finally, we were up by five, which kind of carried. And suddenly we were quickly up by 10 because quickly hit another three, and then Mamu hit a three, and you could see the wind out of the sails of the Brooklyn Nets, but they definitely felt for a minute that they could take this one. I was nervous. I didn't want the winning streak to come to an end against a team like that. The Raptors have that kind of reputation or even history. I mean, Detroit, when they were on that crazy losing streak, setting the NBA record, who did they end it against? The Raptors, of course. So, rest of the team though, scoring, balanced. Nobody in the 20s for points. We had Ingram with 14. Mamus Kalashvili ended up starting this one because to no Jakob, and again, it was like I think if you've seen in my other videos, we see Jakob Poeltl plays for the Raptors. We seem to win. Jakob Poeltl does not play for the Raptors. We seem to lose. We don't exactly have all that depth at center position. Although I heard maybe Koloko is going to be available from the Lakers, so watch the Raptors maybe grabbing him. But yeah, RJ Barrett 20, and oh my gosh, 20 minutes, 16 points because RJ Barrett went down. RJ Barrett made a beautiful steal. This was sort of when Brooklyn kind of got back into it, and it was close. RJ had a nice steal, went down, solo dunk, and the way he landed on his leg, just immediately, he didn't even run back. He was just walking, and he didn't stop the game. There wasn't even a timeout yet, and he just went right off the court into the back. He's down. They said it was a knee sprain. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed he can come back because man, that guy is he's a bucket getter, and you don't have to really run plays for him. And also, I think he's got a lot of heart and soul. I clearly see early in this game that Brandon Ingram is buying into RJ Barrett because he dishes him the ball, more often than most of the other players because I think RJ comes through. He seems to be able to actually score, and it's nice to get those assists, I suppose. Um, yeah, Brandon Ingram actually had 4 assists, 6 rebounds too. Nice. Not the most efficient from the floor, though, 6 of 18. He didn't seem to have it. He also loses the ball a decent amount. 3 turnovers in this one, and I think it is that dribbling. He's just dribbling the ball. He's so tall and lanky that the ball's available. He doesn't have the tightest handle either because he likes to sort of, he's moving because he's going for his mid-range shots. So as I said in the broadcast there the other day, he's sort of dribbling more to get to a spot than he is trying to deke people out. But I think the defense takes advantage of that. Scotty Barnes at 17, Manuel quickly 13. Again, 50% shooting from 3-point range for Emmanuel Quickly, 3 of 6. Guy's amazing. I think he might be 50% for the season, which is amazing. And then the other notable players, I mean, Jakob Poeltl draining his shots, 4 of 5 from 3-point range for 16 points, and Grady Dick had 12, and then Jamal Shead had 11. So solid contribution all the way around in this one. I did want to comment just quickly on best hair. I should do a segment of best hair, and I don't even know if my producer can show some still shots of the hairstyles here. I know this one's on the fly here, but maybe. And if you're not looking at hair, I apologize. I'll try and figure that out next time. So we can actually show the hairstyles because I'm in the hair industry. So and Clowney was kind of getting me a little worked up, I must say, from the sidelines here. If hopefully, like I said, you're looking at Clowney's hair right now. If not, I apologize, but you got to imagine it was pulled up back, and he had it sort of fanned out like a ponytail, and it looked a lot like my wife's hairstyle. That's what I couldn't stop looking, and it was even almost the same color. My wife's a redhead, and he had it kind of dyed like an orangey red. And yeah, like I said, I was sort of fantasizing that maybe my wife was out there, especially when he was doing some blocks. It kind of reminded me of the way she smacks me around once in a while. Colin Murray Boyles, honorable mentions with the hair. I think I don't know if he wears a headband. I think he might have like a little elastic or something around it at the back because it never seems to kind of get in his face. And then Scotty Barnes too. I love Scotty's hair when it's like the way it was today. I don't even know what you call it. It's like kind of a Bart Simpson-y sort of, it's not just kind of poked whatever out, but I think he looks more intimidating when he's got the hair like that. It makes him taller, when it's tight rolled with the cornrows, whatever, to the hair braided. I don't think he looks as menacing, because he's a big dude already as it is, and when he's got an extra sort of inch or two on you coming over, I think that it as a defender, when you see him coming down, you're kind of like, oh Jesus, this tank is coming at me, and he's not going to stop. And then one other quick comment on the hair, Jamal Shead. I mean, not Jamal Shead, Jakob Poeltl. I think Jakob Poeltl has been taken this year a little more serious. Last year, he came in with I don't even know what you call that hairstyle. Like one part of it was all kind of grouped together, and sometimes would flop over like a pancake kind of thing, and then he had this part sort of dread braided out and sort of dangling around. It was kind of a lot going on. But yeah, he's gone with the short, respectable. I don't even know. He's got kind of a little bit of a fade, going on at the back. But I think that it shows a sign that he's taking it a little bit seriously. There are players, even not to keep making Blue Jay references, but Bo Bichette kind of had the crazy hair, and Vladimir Guerrero had the dreads going and all that. And where did we end up? Last place. And then this year they buzz it all off and take their jobs a little more seriously, and we end up going to the World Series. So I feel I've seen that kind of thing in NBA players too, where if the hair's kind of too crazy, they're sort of all selfish and about themselves, and I think they can. It shows that a little bit of their personality shift, possibly to just taking the game a little more seriously. Anyway, top 5 plays. We have the very first one of this one that I want to put on here with the highlights are making the Raptors 5-0. I mean, the Raptors got out to a nice start in this game. Ended up being 12-zip. But the first comment I want to make, is Brandon Ingram buying into this system here. So Brandon Ingram, they're on kind of a break, fast break. He dishes it up to RJ. RJ then takes the ball to the bucket, bringing the entire defense there. He flips it back to Scotty Barnes, who ends up finding Mamu right away for 3, and that made it 5-0. My second highlight I would like to show here is again showing BI buying into the system here. This actually made it 12-0, as I was saying a second ago. So Mamu passes it to Brandon Ingram. He dishes it straight to IQ, who finds Mamu in the paint. Mamu puts it up. It was already 10-0 there, and so he gets 2 to make it 12. And I like the dunk. I gave Jakob Poeltl some props. He was hitting threes all over the place. But again, I like that The pass that this was Colin Murray Boyles passes it into Jakob Poeltl to make it 29-21. That was a nice dunk, nice dunk. And then we've got, pardon me, what do we got here? Wait, show a slow motion replay of that dunk again. The next highlight I want to show is when the Raptors made it 39. You've got Scotty Barnes on a break. He passes it over. It's so funny. He's so good at the no look. He loves it. So yeah, they're both running down the floor. Grady Dick's to his right. He ends up flipping it over to Grady Dick, who dunks it nicely. And then the second last one here that I'd like to show is, I guess we got 6 on here, was to make it 83-78. It was a beautiful steal by Grady Dick. He dribbles down the court, does a crazy long pass, like a push shovel pass ahead to Jamal Shed. Jamal Shed, recognizes that, as I've been saying, you don't need to just rush that fast break. If it's going to end up as just a turnover, not getting the points, then it's not worth it. So he ends up taking it. Didn't have a play necessarily, so he calms it down, slows it down, gives it back to Jakob Poeltl, who is on fire and hit his fourth of his four of 4 at that point from 3, which was a great one. And then the last clip I'd love you to show is, I already commented that Manuel quickly was ice in his veins with those threes at the end of the game. And let's just wrap it up showing one or even both, if you can, of Emmanuel Quickly's threes, because look at the score there. He saved the game. Raptors ended up winning 119-109. Keep it going. Let's see, number 8. Can we do it? I mean, we've gained a half a game on Detroit. Obviously, they weren't playing tonight. I'm guessing I didn't actually check that, but we were 3 behind, and now we're 2.5. But yeah, Raptors have got a back-to-back. We got Cleveland going tomorrow, and then we've got the Indiana Pacers on Wednesday. So I don't know if Jakob's going to make it back for tomorrow. I hope he does, because we're going to definitely need him against those 2 giants that DeAndre Ayton. Look at that. I just pulled out his name. My God, he's been one that I haven't been able to think of there, and I did not even look it up again before this. But yeah, DeAndre Ayton and Allen, Jared Allen, they are menaces down there. A couple of giants, and so if we don't have Poeltl, they might be able to make mincemeat out of Mamu Kalashvili. But then, we should be able to bounce back, even if we do lose that game, to start another winning streak, because we have Indiana, Charlotte, Knicks Sunday. So yeah, this week could be interesting. We might go 2-2, but I'm hoping and praying that we end up on an 11-game winning streak by the end of Sunday, and we pummel Cleveland, the Pacers, the Hornets, and the Knicks. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit me with a comment. I mean, my subscribers are going great. Suddenly I've added 100 this season, which is fantastic. In the last few weeks, we're still young in this. I think it has something to do with the Raptors doing much better, though. So, like I've said, this is a place where you can bask in the wins, and we can all commiserate together in the losses. So that is what the channel is all about. I remember in that 2019 season, there wasn't enough. I couldn't get enough of it. The Raptors would win, and I'd be scouring YouTube just looking for another video or to see if somebody said something. And that's what I'm trying to provide for all of us Raptor fans. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Mr. Beast for President, and go Raptors.